Good morning. This was the last problem, right? Integral over c e power z divided by z minus ip. Next one. Evaluate integral e power z divided by z plus I pi dz, where c is the circle mod z is equal to 2 pi, and in second case mod z is equal to pi by 2, and for third case c is mod z minus 1 is equal to 1. This is the problem. Evaluate integral over c e power z divided by z plus I pi. And z plus I pi can also be written as z minus of minus I pi. In either ways, you can write that. And this is not analytic when z is equal to minus I pi. Z minus I pi is equal to 0 implies z is equal to minus I pi. Therefore, e power z divided by z plus I pi is not analytic when z is equal to minus I pi, and locate this point. Z is equal to minus I pi means real part is 0 and imaginary part is minus pi. Sketch the graph. For first case, I is equal to integral over c e power z divided by z plus I pi, and for first case mod z is equal to 2 pi. Mod z is equal to 2 pi represents a circle. What kind of circle? It is a circle whose center is at origin and radius 2 pi units. Construct such a circle. This is the circle whose center is origin and radius 2 pi units. This is 2 pi, therefore this will be pi, midpoint. This is pi. Locate the point. Whether it lies inside C or outside C. Z is equal to minus I pi. Sorry, 0 comma minus pi. This is minus 2 pi. Minus 2 pi means minus 2 pi comma 0. Therefore, midpoint will be minus pi. Minus pi means minus pi comma 0. 0 comma minus pi, I'm sorry, 0 comma minus pi. I clearly mark it here. Z is equal to minus I pi means 0 comma minus pi. This is the point. Real part 0 and imaginary part minus pi. This is the point whose coordinates are 0 comma 2 pi. Because radius is 2 pi, this length will be 2 pi and this length is also 2 pi. Therefore, coordinates of this point are 0 comma minus 2 pi. Now locate this point, 0 comma minus pi. This is 0 comma 0. And this will be the point whose coordinates are 0 comma minus pi. Therefore, clearly it lies inside the circle. Therefore, which theorem is applicable here? The point lies inside C. Therefore, Cauchy's integral formula is applicable. You take this numerator as f of z. Let f of z is equal to e power z. Apply Cauchy's integral formula now. Cauchy's integral formula. Apply this. I is equal to integral over c e power z is denoted by f of z divided by z plus I pi is z minus of minus I pi into dz. By Cauchy's integral formula, this is equal to 2 pi I into f of a. Here a is minus I pi. Substitute. This is equal to 2 pi I into f of minus I pi. F of z is equal to e power z. Therefore, f of minus I pi is e power minus I pi. Therefore, this is equal to 2 pi I into, what is the expansion of e power minus I pi? Expansion of e power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. This is Euler's form of complex number. E power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Similarly, e power minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta. Substitute here. E power minus I can be written as cos pi minus I sin pi. Therefore, this is equal to cos pi is minus 1 and sin pi is 0. This is 0. And cos pi is minus 1. Minus 1 into 2 pi I is minus 2 pi I. This is minus 2 pi I. You make a note of this. If you have any doubts, you please unmute yourselves and ask. Next, second case. B. I is equal to integral over c e power z divided by z pi is the z plus I pi is the given integral. This is the given integral, and c is mod z is equal to pi by 2. Mod z is equal to pi by 2. What is that mod z is equal to pi by 2? It again represents a circle. And what kind of circle? A circle whose center is at origin and radius pi by 2. Construct such a circle whose center is at origin and radius pi by 2. Therefore, this is pi by 2 comma 0. This is minus pi by 2 comma 0. And this is 0 comma pi by 2. And this point will be 0 comma minus pi by 2. And this is not analytic, that is z minus half minus I pi. This is not analytic when this denominator is equal to 0. That means z is equal to minus I pi. Z is equal to minus I pi is 0 comma minus pi. Look at this point. Where is this? This is 0 comma minus pi by 2. Therefore, 0 comma minus pi will be somewhere here. 0 comma minus pi. Therefore, clearly this point lies outside C. If z minus a or z is equal to a lies outside C, which theorem is applicable? Cauchy's theorem is applicable. Therefore, the integral is equal to 0. By Cauchy's theorem, the given integral is equal to 0. Next, third case. I is equal to integral over c e power z divided by z plus I pi is given integral, and c is the circle. What kind of circle? C is modulus of z minus 1 is equal to 1. This represents a circle whose center is at 1. This is z minus z naught. This is the center of the circle. It represents a circle whose center is 1. Real part is 1 and imaginary part is 0, and radius r units. Construct such a circle whose center is at 1 comma 0 and radius 1 unit. This is origin, right? This is origin whose coordinates are always equal to 0 comma 0, and 1 comma 0 is the center of this circle. Keeping this point as center of the circle and 1 unit as radius, you construct a circle like this. Since radius is 1 unit, this is 1 plus this is again 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore, coordinates of this point are 2 comma 0. Now, this is not analytic when z is equal to minus I pi. This is the point whose coordinates are 0 comma minus pi. This is 0 comma 0, 0 comma minus pi will be somewhere here. Clearly, this point lies outside C. Therefore, Cauchy's theorem is applicable. By Cauchy's theorem, the integral is equal to 0. For your doubts, you can unmute and ask. Otherwise, I'll move to the next problem. Next. Evaluate integral over C dz divided by 4z square minus 9, where C is the circle mod z is equal to 2. And we want linear factors in the denominator. So let's convert this into linear factors. 4z square minus 9. Let's convert this into linear factors. 1 divided by 4z square minus 9, and 4z square minus 9 can be written as 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3. 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3. These two are linear factors. And clearly this is a proper fraction because the degree of the denominator 1 plus 1 2 is greater than degree of the numerator. Every proper fraction can be resolved into partial fractions like this. A divided by 2z minus 3 plus b divided by 2z plus 3. Resolve this into partial fractions like this. Therefore, 1 divided by 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3 is equal to, here take 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3 as a LCM factor. 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3. This will be the LCM. What you get in the numerator is a into 2z plus 3. A into 2z plus 3 plus b into 2z minus 3. Now cancel this 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3 with this 2z minus 3 into 2z plus 3. What we get here is A1 is equal to a into 2z plus 3 plus b into 2z minus 3. Now let's find the constants a and b. For what value of z, b vanishes and a exists? For what value of z, b vanishes? If z is equal to 3 by 2. If z is equal to 3 by 2, 2 into 3 by 2 is 3, 3 minus 3 is 0, 0 into anything is 0. Then a exists. This is equal to 1 is equal to a into 2 into 3 by 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. Therefore, a is equal to 1 by 6. One of the two required constants. A is equal to 1 by 6. Similarly, for what value of z, a vanishes and b exists? When z is equal to minus 3 by 2. When z is equal to minus 3 by 2, 2 into minus 3 by 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3, 0. This will vanish. And here, 2 into minus 3 by 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 minus 3 is minus 6b. Minus 6b is equal to 1. Therefore, b is equal to minus 1 by 6. B is equal to minus 1 by 6. So we obtained both the constants. A is equal to 1 by 6 and B is equal to minus 1 by 6. Therefore, 1 divided by 4z square minus 9 is equal to, it is resolved like this: a divided by 2z minus 3 plus b divided by 2z plus 3. Substitute a. A is 1 by 6 divided by 2z minus 3 and b is minus 1 by 6 divided by 2z plus 3. Therefore, I is equal to integral over c 1 over 4z square minus 9 is 1 by 6 into 1 divided by 2z minus 3 into dz minus 1 by 6 into 1 by 6 into 1 divided by 2z plus 3, 2z plus 3 into dz. This is the given integral. Let it be equation number 1. Or you can take 1 by 6 as common factor. 1 by 6 is common in both the terms. Integral over c dz divided by 2z minus 3 minus dz divided by integral over c dz divided by 2z plus 3. Let this be equation number 1. Yes, this is equation number 1. This is equation number 1. And this is not analytic when 2z minus 3 is equal to 0. 2z minus 3 is equal to 0 means z is equal to 3 by 2. And this is not analytic when 2z plus 3 is equal to 0. That means z is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now look at these 2 points, whether they lie inside C or outside C. What is C? C is mod z is equal to 2. C is mod z is equal to 2. What is this mod z is equal to 2? Mod z is equal to 2. This is a circle whose center is 0, 0. Mod z is equal to 2 represents a circle whose center is 0, 0 and radius 2 units. Construct such a circle whose center is at origin and radius 2 units. Since radius 2 units, coordinates of this point are 2, 0 and this point are minus 2, 0. Look at the points. Z is equal to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means 1.5. This is 0, 0 and this is 2. 1.5 comes somewhere here. Therefore, this point lies inside C. Z is equal to minus 3 by 2. This is 0. This is minus 2. Minus 3 by 2 means minus 1.5. It will be somewhere here, minus 1.5. Therefore, both the points lies inside C. Therefore, which theorem is applicable? Cauchy's integral formula is applicable. You take numerator. Numerator is 1. 1 divided by 2z minus 3. 1 divided by 2z plus 3. Numerator is 1. You take it as f of z. Let f of z is equal to 1. Apply Cauchy's integral formula. First integral. Integral over c dz divided by 2z minus 3. Integral over c dz divided by 2z minus 3. This is equal to, here linear factor in the form z minus a is required, not 2z minus a. Z minus a is required. Therefore, we take 1 by 2 as common factor here. To take 1 by 2 as common factor. As 1 by 2 comes outside, what you get here is dz divided by z minus 3 by 2. Right? Dz divided by z minus 3 by 2. This is equal to half into integral over c dz divided by z minus a is Cauchy's integral formula is 2 pi I into f of a. Here a is 3 by 2. Cancel this 2 with this 2. Therefore, this is equal to pi I into f of 3 by 2. F of z is equal to 1. This is a constant function. For all values of z, this is equal to 1. Therefore, f of 3 by 2 is also equal to 1. Therefore, this is equal to pi into I. Pi into I. You note down this, not this. This is first integral, pi into I. Next, second integral. Second integral. What is second integral? Integral over C dz divided by 2z plus 3. This is equal to integral over C dz divided by, here take 1 by 2 as common factor. What we get here is z plus 3 by 2, that can be written as z minus of minus 3 by 2. This is equal to 1 by 2 into Cauchy's integral formula is 2 pi I into f of a, that is f of minus 3 by 2. And this is a constant function. Therefore, for all values of z, it is equal to 1. F of minus 3 by 2 is also equal to 1. Cancel this 2 with this 2. Therefore, this is pi I. First integral is also pi I. Second integral is also pi I. Substitute these two values in equation number 1. Equation number 1. Equation number 1 is I is equal to, equation number 1 is I is equal to 1 by 6 into, this integral is pi I minus this integral is also pi I. Pi I minus pi I is 0. 0 into 1 by 6 is 0. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. Evaluate integral over C z into dz divided by z square plus 1 into z square minus 9, where C is the circle. First case mod z is equal to 2. Second case mod z minus 2 is equal to 2. Integral z dz divided by z square plus 1 into z square minus 9. Linear factors are required in the denominator. Let's convert these two into linear factors. Consider 1 over z square plus 1 into z square minus 1. You take 1 over z square plus 1 into z square minus 9. 1 over z square plus 1 can be written as z plus I into z minus I. Real part is z and imaginary part is I. X plus iy into, we know that x plus iy into x minus iy is always equal to x square plus y square. Therefore, z plus I into z minus I is z square plus 1. Similarly, z square minus 9 can be written as z plus 3 into z minus 3. All the four factors are linear factors. Therefore, consider fractions of the type a divided by z plus I plus b divided by z minus I plus c divided by z plus 3 plus d divided by z minus 3. Here, you take z plus I, z minus I, z plus 3, z minus 3 as the LCM factor and simplify. You get 1 is equal to a into z minus 1, z plus 3, z minus 3 plus b into z plus I, z plus 3, z minus 3 plus c into z plus I, z minus I, z minus 3 plus d into z plus I, z minus I, z plus 3. You can directly write this. 1 is equal to a into, leave this denominator, a into z minus I, z plus 3, z minus 3, plus b into, now leave this denominator, z plus I, z plus 3, z minus 3, plus c into, leave this denominator, z plus I, z minus I, z minus 3, plus d into, now leave this denominator, z plus I, z minus I, z plus 3. Now we have to find the constants a, b, c and d. For what value of z, a exists, b vanishes, c vanishes and d vanishes. For what value of z, these three simultaneously vanishes. Which is common factor in these three terms, b, c and d? Z plus I is common. You make it 0. How do you make it 0? Put z is equal to minus I. Minus I plus I 0. Here also minus I plus 0. Here also minus I plus 0. Therefore, the expression becomes 1 is equal to a into, here minus I is minus 2i. Z is equal to minus I. Next, minus I plus 3. Minus I minus 3. Therefore, 1 is equal to a into minus 2i, a into minus 2i, minus I plus 3 into minus I minus 3. I just told you x plus iy into x minus iy, x plus iy into x minus iy is always x square plus y square. This is always x square plus y square. Therefore, this product is equal to this one. Here you can take a negative minus 2i minus I plus 3 into, here take a negative sign as common factor. As the negative sign comes outside, minus into, this will be 3 plus I. Therefore, 1 is equal to a into minus 2i is plus 2i. 3 plus I into 3 minus I is 3 square is 9 plus 1 square is 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 into 2i is 20i. 20i into a is equal to 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 into 2i is 20i. 20i into a is equal to 1. Therefore, a is equal to 1 divided by 20i. 1 divided by 20i. Put z is equal to minus 5. Because z plus I is common in these three terms, we can simultaneously make these three terms 0 by substituting z is equal to minus I. When z is equal to minus I, the expression will be 1 is equal to a into minus I is minus 2i, minus I plus 3 into minus I minus 3, minus I plus 3 into minus I minus 3. Here you take one negative sign as common factor, keep it here. This becomes 3 plus I. Therefore, 1 is equal to minus into minus 2i is plus 2i into a, 3 minus I into 3 plus I. 3 plus I into 3 minus I is the real part square plus imaginary part square. Here real part is 9 and imaginary part is 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 into 2i is 20i is equal to 1. Therefore, a is equal to 1 divided by 20i. Similarly, we shall find the value of b. A is equal to 1 by 20i. Now we find the value of b. How do you make a, c and d simultaneously 0? First, search the common factor in these three terms, which is common term here. Z minus I, here z minus I, and here z minus I. We can easily make these three terms 0 by substituting z is equal to I. Put z is equal to I. What happens here? 1 is equal to, since z is equal to I minus I 0, 0 into anything is 0. And here b into I plus I is 2i into Z is equal to I, therefore I plus 3. And here I minus 3. And I minus I is 0 here. I minus I is 0. Rest is very simple. 1 is equal to B into 2I into, this is 3 plus I. Here you take a negative sign as common factor, minus. And this will be 3 minus I. Therefore, 1 is equal to minus 2I into B. 1 is equal to minus 2I into B. 3 plus I into 3 minus I is real part square is 9. And imaginary part is 1. Imaginary part square is 1. 9 plus 1, that is 10. Therefore, B is equal to minus 1 divided by 20I. B is equal to minus 1 divided by 20I. Mark your attendance in the chat box. Next, we have to find the value of C. We find the value of C. To find the value of C, we have to make these three terms simultaneously 0. First, search the common factor. Here Z plus 3 is common. Z plus 3, here also Z plus 3, here also Z plus 3. We can simultaneously make these three terms equal to 0 by substituting Z is equal to minus 3. Put Z is equal to minus 3. What happens here in the equation? 1 is equal to, Z is equal to minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3, this will be 0. Here minus 3 plus 3, this will be 0. And C. C into Z is minus 3. Therefore, minus 3 plus I. Minus 3 minus I. And I minus 3. Z is equal to minus 3, I'm sorry. Z is equal to minus 3 minus 3. Here minus 3 is minus 6. Therefore, 1 is equal to C into minus 3 plus I minus 3 minus I. They are complex conjugates. They take x plus iy into x minus iy form. Real part square, that is minus 3 square is 9. Imaginary part square, 1 into minus 6. 10 into minus 6 is minus 60. 1 is equal to minus 60C. Therefore, C is equal to minus 1 by 60. C is equal to minus 1 by 60. Next, D is to be determined. D. For what value of Z? A vanishes, B vanishes, C vanishes, and D exists. Find the common factor. Z minus 3, Z minus 3, Z minus 3. Put Z is equal to 3. When Z is equal to 3, this expression will be 1 is equal to 3 minus 3, 0. Here also 3 minus 3, 0. Here also 3 minus 3, 0. And this becomes D into Z is equal to 3. 3 plus I into 3 minus I. 3 plus I into 3 minus I. 3 plus 3 is 6. Therefore, 1 is equal to D into 3 plus I into 3 minus I is 9 plus 1 into 6. Therefore, D is equal to 6 into 10, 60. D is equal to 1. Therefore, D is equal to 1 divided by 60. D is equal to 1 divided by 60. All the four constants are determined. A is 1 by 20I, B is minus 1 by 20, C is minus 1 by 60, and D is plus 1 by 60. Substitute here. Integral over C, Z dz into 1 over Z square plus 1 into Z square minus 9 is A divided by Z plus I, where A is 1 by 20I, B divided by Z minus I, where B is minus 1 by 20, plus C divided by Z plus 3, and C is minus 1 by 60, plus D divided by Z minus 3, and D is plus 1 by 60. They are substituted here. 1 by 20I into Z dz divided by Z plus I minus 1 by 20I into integral over C z dz divided by z minus y minus 1 by 60 into integral z dz divided by z plus 3 plus 1 by 60 into integral over c z dz divided by z minus 3. Let this be equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Now mark the points one by one. You have to mark 4 points. First case. This is second case. Where's first case? This is first case. Mod z is equal to 2. This is equation number 1. Equation number 1. Mod z is equal to 2 represents a circle whose center is at origin and radius 2 units. This is the circle. Construct such a circle whose center is at origin and radius 2 units. And this is not analytic when z plus I is equal to 0 or z is equal to minus I. Z is equal to minus I means real part 0 and imaginary part minus 1. 0 comma minus 1. This is 0 comma 2 and this is 0 comma minus 2. Clearly 0 comma minus 1 is the midpoint of this straight line here. Therefore this lies inside C. And this is not analytic when z minus I is equal to 0 or z is equal to I. Z is equal to I means real part 0 and imaginary part 1. This is 0 and this is 2. Therefore 0 comma 1 will be here, lies inside C. And this is not analytic when z plus 3 is equal to 0 or z is equal to minus 3. That means real part is minus 3 and imaginary part is 0. This is minus 2 comma 0. Therefore minus 3 will be somewhere here. Clearly it lies outside C. And this is not analytic when z minus 3 is equal to 0 or z is equal to 3. Z is equal to 3 means 3 comma 0. This is 2 comma 0. 3 comma 0 will be somewhere here. Therefore this lies outside C. For these two, Cauchy's integral theorem is to be applied, and for these two, Cauchy's theorem is to be applied. The points which lies inside C, we use Cauchy's integral formula, and for the point which